girls, it's the first day of rehearsal for the new competition season. Ladies, you all know why you're here. You are the cream of the crop in your age group. And I have lots of new ideas in store. I am going to do something that no other studio in the country does. Every single competition, we are doing a new routine. Girls, don't look at your mothers. I am the coach. I am the teacher.
Sometimes when Abby yells, it makes me laugh because her face turns red.
I can make you or I can break you.
I mean, most dance studios at least practice for 6 months before they go on stage and perform their routines. I think it's crazy that we're gonna learn a dance in a week and compete it.
At the beginning of each week, I have kind of like a pyramid thing where everybody's always trying to get to the top of that. Everybody wants to be on top, of course, but you have to work for it. It goes on behavior, work ethic, attendance, as well as have they followed all the rules. You know, all of that goes into who's gonna be at the top of the pyramid and who's gonna get to compete the next weekend. Everybody wants to be front and center. I hear it all the time.
She puts these kids in a pyramid. It's a nightmare. It is a nightmare for a child and an adult because we have to stand by and take it.
Whoever is in the front and center, they can't make a mistake. They are holding that group together.
Everybody always wants to be on the top. Usually, if you're on the top of the pyramid, you're in the front line.
So, at the top right here, I have Maddie because she is dedicated and because of her stellar record last year.
And Maddie's on the top and Nia's on the bottom. And I'm a little crushed for Nia.
Maddie, are you ready to be front and center? Can you handle that pressure?
I always feel bad because my daughter seems to always get on the top. And the girls just, you know, they don't really like it. The moms hate it.
Our first competition is going to be in Phoenix, Arizona. Ladies, I chose Phoenix, Arizona because I want you to experience some of the best competition teams in the country. We are going to do 2 new numbers. A high energy, really cute, adorable routine with Maddie, Chloe, Paige, Brooke, and Nia. And then also a trio with Maddie, Chloe, and Paige. Unfortunately, Mackenzie, you're too young to compete at West Coast Dance Explosion, but you're still going to go with us anyway. Girls, we are going to win in Phoenix. And the next competition we're gonna win, and the next competition we're gonna win, and that's all gearing up for nationals. Everything we do from this point forward, all this training, all this competing is about the nationals. So let's get to it. We are going to begin the choreography. So moms, you can be dismissed. And girls, let's go to nationals and bring home the winning trophy. All right?
I'm not a big fan of this new pyramid thing because to me, that's more like a Bermuda Triangle than a pyramid. Like,
It's very divisive. Someone's at the top, someone's at the bottom. And no teacher does that in a classroom. Like, you're the star pupil and you're down here.
No.
So are we surprised who's on the top of the pyramid?
my God.
I would have been shocked if someone else had been there. Now, that would have been surprising. I'm not surprised she's at the top.
It's just, because my kid is the star. She is the most talented girl there. And if anybody has any problems with me, I'm just going to ignore it this year. I'm here for my daughter, and I'm not here to make friends.
Now we're gonna move into the pyramid. Mackenzie, you went from first to worst in one routine. You always have to keep working. Nia, you had a pretty dance. I thought you did well, no problem. Kendall, I understand the costume was an issue.
This is Kendall's costume.
They don't need a $500 costume to win.
I'm sick of this.
Jill, I'm sure you have something to say about it, but I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter what you wear. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's your technique. That's what you need to work on. All right, next, Maddie. Maddie, you could have been seriously injured. Get the pout off your face, Maddie. You know that you made that mistake, and that's what you get.
I don't feel that Maddie should be at the bottom of the pyramid this week. I think it's ridiculous. She fell, things happen, and I'm just glad my daughter's not hurt.
So let that be a lesson to everybody. Don't change your mind in midair. Moving on. Chloe. Chloe, it was good, but obviously not good enough. Next I have Brooke. Great performance, and then you forgot the ending, you didn't know what you were doing, and you just fizzled out. And on the top of the pyramid, Paige. Paige, your legs were straight, your feet were pointed, and you went out there and you won it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think everybody in the room just wanted to like jump up and down for Paige. She has never been at the top of the pyramid, and she really deserves this.
Alrighty. We went to Youngstown, Ohio, to Intensity Dance. We won.
Highest scoring group, red carpet special.
We should have won. You're national champions. Let's move on to the pyramid. I have Chloe. Chloe, remembering your choreography. That is what you need to work on. Write it down. Maybe if you write it out, it'll sink in. Try that.
This week, Abby has Chloe at the bottom of the pyramid because she forgot her solo. And you know what? For once, I can't really argue with Abby because Chloe did forget her solo and she's getting older and she needs to take responsibility for her actions. She forgot.
Next, Nia. Nia, you don't apply the corrections. That's what you need to do. Try writing them down. Next, Mackenzie. Mackenzie, when I took you out of the group, I gave you this cute little part to do. And thank goodness it was humorous. Because had they started timing our number, we would have been disqualified. And the Abbey Lee Dance Company is not gonna get disqualified. All she had to do was grab this rope and pull the carpet across the stage. She kept getting it stuck. I will never forgive Mackenzie for what she did. She made a mockery of the beginning of that routine. You will not be in the group numbers going forward. Not until it's appropriate for you. Understood? And Paige, you got the featured part. You had the big jump, the tilt, whack. You could have made that fabulous, but you didn't do that. You were given an opportunity, and instead of running with it, it was mediocre.
I think Abby takes her frustration out on the kids. Like if Abby's mad at me, she takes it out on Paige. Just because I don't want to be there, that should not be any reflection onto Paige.
Next, Maddie. You were good. I noticed you have the Sophia hairdo. How about we have the Sophia energy? The Sophia turns. Not worry about the hairdo.
I think there's enough pressure on Maddie without being compared to Sophia. But now I know how the other moms feel when Abby does it to their children.
Next, Kendall. You were in the front. You were given a correction 100 times. Did you keep up with Sophia? I don't know. And at the top of the pyramid is Sophia.
I think like the ceiling was gonna cave in at the Abbey Lee Dance Company because Maddie was not on the top of the pyramid. It was Sophie.
Kind of a given. She won the high score overall, 9 to 11-year-old. And she won the entire competition. She was the high score of the day. Sophia is still a part of this team, and she will remain on the pyramid. Just because she's in LA shooting a movie, that's just another feather in my cap. This weekend, we will be traveling to Greensboro, North Carolina. We will be attending Dance Troupe Challenge.
Since Brooke's not in the pyramid, does that mean she's not going this weekend?
Well, Brooke, I want to know what happened over the weekend.
Friday, I was here.
Right.
I went home. And then Saturday, I went to my friend's house. And Sunday, I worked on a project all day.
So you didn't come to rehearsal Sunday? You're 14. You've been taking ballet class since you were 6 or 7 years old.
Abby, if she's gonna do that, like she spent the entire week learning the number with this group. Why wouldn't she just go away with us and compete the number?
But that doesn't mean you don't do anything dance-wise all weekend.
I realized that Brooke didn't dance last week, so she's not on the pyramid, but she is still part of the group. Sophia's not even here, and she's at the top of the pyramid, and Brooke is, and she's not on it at all.
Come on, girls, let's go! Where are Paige and Kelly?
They're at the doctor's.
Today?
I think it's more serious than just a toe.
She said it's really swollen.
Oh my goodness. Paige isn't here. She's not even here for the pyramid. I don't know how badly the foot is injured.
Can I try it, Abby?
No, this is cement. No.
One at a time.
Well, then do it.
You better do it.
I told her not to fool around. Kids, do you understand that your body is your instrument, that you need to take care of it? And I said, girls, don't fool around. There's cement underneath this carpeting. I remember vividly saying that.
It was an accident. Most people would just take it for what it is, an accident, and not blame someone. But Abby is all about the blame. Where's Jill?
Jill is not an official member of this competition team. She would like to think so, but I may forgive people, but I don't forget. So, congratulations are in order. We had an amazing trip to Lancaster. I entered 3 solos in the competition, and I had 3 girls in the top 10. This week, we are going to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
This week, we're going to attend Starbound. We're their national winners. We're in their brochure. We're on their magazine. I mean, come on, ladies. This is important. Let's start with the pyramid. On the bottom, we have Paige. Paige had an outstanding performance. She was 6th overall high score.
You got the know-how, and you know how to live, yeah.
And then accidents happen. She might be out a week, or maybe she'll be able to dance today. Moving on. Mackenzie. Mackenzie, if you're in a competition, you're there to learn. And next, I have Chloe. Chloe, you did a great job. You didn't have a solo or a duet, so it's a little difficult to judge, but you did a great job in the group dance. And next, Brooke. Brooke, because of your maturity during rehearsal all week is why you're up there. And second on the pyramid is Nia. Nia, you went out there and you sold that number. And at the top of the pyramid is Maddie. Maddie, you're there because you beat everybody else there. You were the highest score the judges gave out.
If I could speak.
All right, now, we're all in the group dance, except Mackenzie. Mackenzie, you have a solo. Maddie, you will also be doing a solo. Brooke, you have a solo this week. You will be doing the Diary of Anne Frank.
I know who Anne Frank is, but I'm just not sure what her story has to do with dancing.
Chloe, you have asked me for years about a duet with you and Paige. This is the week.
Chloe and Paige have been begging Abby for years to do a duet. I really hope that Paige's injury isn't serious.
Moms, I'm gonna dismiss you. Go ahead and go. You guys get the ballet bar out. We're gonna start with the bar. Let me start the pyramid. Nia, you had another opportunity to do a solo. Something went wrong. That's what put you at the bottom of the pyramid. And next, I have Kendall. Kendall, you were part of the duet with Kalani. Kalani did a duet with Maddie last week and they won. Was it your fault? And next, Kalani. From top of the pyramid to the bottom row, you're only as good as your last performance. Last week, Kendall and Kalani's duet lost, and that is not okay. I need the kind of dancer that can do a duet with anybody and get a first place award. And moving up, we have Chloe. Chloe was part of a winning duet. The only thing I saw lacking in you was the facial expressions. You have to do more, and you have to figure out what those facial expressions are. Next, we have Mackenzie.
But why is Mackenzie above Chloe on the pyramid?
Because Mackenzie was outstanding with the candy box.
Chloe was part of the winning duet, and she was in the winning group dance, and Mackenzie's above her because of the candy box?
Well, she had a solo part. Okay. And on the top of the pyramid is Maddie. Nobody seems too happy about that.
It's just predictable these days.
Isn't that sad? All right, let's get to the pyramid, shall we? At the bottom of the pyramid, Kalani, you weren't in the group dance. You missed a day of choreography. I felt that everybody would be in danger if I just threw someone in it. And you understood that?
Yes.
Next, we have JoJo. And I put you and Kendall neck and neck to see who would be vying for a spot at Nationals. JoJo, unfortunately, you forgot your dance. You choked.
She's okay. No, she's not. No, she's not.
So is JoJo completely out for the solos, or
Yes,
is this?
accept it and move on. Yes. So you don't need to ask me ever again. Next, we have Nia. You were good. You were great. You let the kid walk up your back. You did what you needed to do.
Abby has a history that she will handpick whom she wants to go and do a solo at Nationals. Nia is not getting a solo at Nationals. It's not part of Abby's plan. It never has been and probably never will be.
Kendall, you were third.
The third place for our immortal Kendall.
Where did she win? Next, we have Maddie. Maddie, you were supposed to be the lead in the group dance. Although it was this kid that they kept talking about.
Yay, Ken!
All right, moving on. This weekend, we are traveling to Spokane, Washington to attend Sheer Talent Competition. In this countdown to Nationals, this week is very important. Now, Kendall, you were up against JoJo. It was JoJo versus Kendall.
Yes.
JoJo lost, you won. Now we're moving on. You are battling another teammate. It's you versus Maddie. You have to know that Maddie's been beat before. It's not impossible, but is it impossible for Kendall?
Kendall hasn't beaten Maddie in years. This is an important solo. If Kendall doesn't beat Maddie, she will have no chance to do a solo at Nationals.
All right, so Kendall, you have a solo this week. Maddie, you have a solo this week. And Mackenzie, you have a solo this week. Maddie and Kendall are dancing head to head, but Mackenzie is not in the same age category. To me, it doesn't matter. They all need to be amazing. Now, Kendall, the routine is inspired by Little Red Riding Hood. And the title of your routine is Blowing Red. All right, Maddie, your solo is simply called The Woods.
Oh.
It's a little darker.
Oh.
Mackenzie, the title of your routine is Bat Crazy.
I love that! It's a little crazy that my solo has a bad word in it because I can't even say it.
Mackenzie, you're a bat, so.
You're the one that's bad crazy, not Mackenzie.
All right, we're doing a group with everybody in it, and the name of the routine is Always a Bridesmaid. It's inspired by the movie Bridesmaids. All right, girls, warm up, warm up, warm up, warm up. Come on, ladies. I'm gonna do things a little differently, shall we? At the top of the pyramid, Maddie. Maddie, you had a solo, you won. I thought it was absolutely exquisite. It was perfect. Sharing that top spot with her is the child left behind in Pittsburgh because Mackenzie was our overall scholarship winner. Boom.
Mackenzie wasn't with us last week. She was back home in Pittsburgh competing with the Pittsburgh studio. And I'm so proud of her because she beat out almost 200 kids for that scholarship. And she's really growing into an amazing dancer.
Then, pretty much straight across the board, we have Nia Kendall, we have Kalani, and Bryn. In the group dance, you all really focused on not being the weak link. It was right on the money. On the bottom of the pyramid, JoJo, I need to see you stretch those legs straighter and get that flexibility. Yes? You don't want to be a one-trick pony. We had a winning streak. We were 4 for 4. No more streak. For the sole reason that Macy forgot the dance.
It's your chance. If you're not ready, change your plans. Who's the best? Step up and see.
So at the bottom of the pyramid, Macy. Next, we have Nia. You leave every Wednesday night to go take acting. It's unfortunate that it's when your classes are. You have to understand, for every one of those classes that you miss, it not only sets you back, but others move ahead. Moving on. Cameron. Good? Not a problem? Next. Lily. Did I see you whisper on stage? Yes. Lily, did you move your mouth big enough? Nope. Next. Eliana. Your mother gave up your spot on this pyramid, and she'll never do it again. Let's hope.
My mom just needs to be quiet. I am not leaving this team because this is my happy place.
And next, we have Kendall and Kalani that were in the trio that won the overall high score. And on top of the pyramid is the leader of that trio, Bryn. She was the one that was doing the different choreography. She had to own it, and she did. This week we're attending Dream Dance Challenge. It's in Panorama City, California. We have 3 solos. Macy, I'm not sure what I'm doing with you. You didn't work in the group. Maybe you're a soloist. I'm giving you the chance to redeem yourself. The name of the routine is Encore. The next solo goes to Cameron. Cameron, you are an endangered species. I need to see the animal that I met in Atlanta that was ferocious, that was fierce. If not, maybe you're an ALDC member who's about to be extinct. Nia, you have a solo also. The name of your piece is Getting Away with Murder. It is based on the TV show How to Get Away with Murder. This is very much a Maddie solo. But you better live up to that expectation. Bryn is 1, Kendall's 1, Kalani is 1. It's your turn. The group is clowning around. This is very serious. So there's something going on campuses all over the country. These clowns are threatening people. People are having automobile accidents because they're driving along and they see one. And one of these clowns has actually attacked people. Bryn, you will be the lead. Be in the moment all the time. I need to see the acting skills come out. Girls, this is the road to nationals. And I have plans for us to head to the East Coast for nationals. You need to be so good that this stuff wins just like the other stuff. All right, with that said, let's get to work.